Episode 293. Thank you all for listening to episode 292, New Jack Perry. I am Sober Gray Lamarck, here with my co-host.
Got Hotel Bear.
Light hanging Bryant.
We got some big things coming up. We just got episode 300 kind of planned, the giveaways. We're going to be giving away some shirts, some awesome shirts. We're not going to spoil the theme yet. And then we're also going to be, it sounds like, giving away a couple books, right, from Connell Barrett?
Yeah, we'll be definitely giving away a couple books, 2 of them to be exact, from Connell Barrett. So dating sucks, but you don't. So that's going to be awesome. And if you're not there, you can still win them on Twitter, and we'll find a way. We might have to ask a trivia question or something and get that out there and see if anyone even reads our Twitter that we don't use or answer it.
Yeah, it might be that or Facebook or something, but it'll be good. I think we're planning to have guests, of course, and we're looking forward to that, seeing people we haven't seen in a while, and the grown-ups are going to join us. We got some fun games planned. We're going to cover some sports, cover some wrestling. We're going to play a game that the grown-ups just did on their 94th episode. It was a fun game. It sounded cool. We're going to do that. And then I've got a special surprise that I'm coming up with for all you guys. I'm going to do a giveaway for the boys there. So you guys and the other 3 of us, not me. So Bear, Cody Bryant, and Parrott. And then the grown-ups, we're going to do a music trivia, but I'm going to have it specific. I'm not going to give away any pointers right now or any hints, but it's going to be like statistic wise base and some other things. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how that goes. Looking forward to it. Episode 300, July 3rd will drop July 4th, Independence Day. Pod Beats Patty Boggs 3, Revenge of the Shiv.
Hashtag America.
Hashtag America. Hashtag Bush Latte. And we'll be having some fun. All right, so we got to thank Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Wear Clothing, the first sponsor of Overline Sports Podcast. He, again, is hooking us up with some shirts for the show. Give us a big deal on them. Looking forward to that for the giveaway. Again, you guys will see it at episode 300. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Landscape, and give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Good choice. I don't think he would serve that. He might just spray paint the desert. Thank you to Sparty Steve, who is the basically biggest supporter and contributor financially to our show, is paying for the venue, is paying for the food. Again, Sparty Steve, the man. He's got his dad who's helping us with the golf outing, Wacky Wayne and Sparty Steve. They're going to help us out. They're the title sponsors to the golf outing for the Anthony Wayne Youth Foundation that Over the Line Sports Podcast is also sponsoring a hole. So get out there, and Over the Line Sports Podcast is also sponsoring the trophies, which are 4 bottles of Crown and probably some swag, a few stickers or koozies we have left over. And then I think Riverbee's giving us 4 rounds of golf. So it's going to be a good thing for the winners. Looking forward to that. Come check us out. If you play golf, get a foursome together. August 28th, register online. We will have some more of that for you. We'll put it out on the site once we get it, once we get the flyer up so that you can register. I think it's going to be $100 a golfer. That's going to include your 18 holes at Riverbee, which is a good course. It's going to include a ball for a drop that we're going to be doing, a drone drop that will drop a ball on the putting green. And if your ball is closest to the pin, you're going to win $500. So that's included with that. You're also going to get 3 tickets. You can use it for beer, candy, water, pop, doesn't matter, a hot dog. And then you're going to get and then you're going to get a wristband to the food truck. So we don't know which food truck we're going to get yet. We might get a couple, and that's going to be awesome. And you're going to get all that included in your golf outing. So we definitely want to see some teams out there. We haven't decided how we're going to do our teams with Over the Line Sports Podcast. We might all go together, but I know Fake Francesca's coming up, and I know he wants to play with us. So we got to have him on one of our teams. So we're probably going to be splitting up some teams because I know one of the guys from the grown-ups is going to join us too, and I'm sure we're going to get Cody out there. Cousin Cody. I'm sure he might play. Maybe Nasty Nate. We might get him out there. So it'll be a good time.
Oh, yeah. We'll get some people out there.
Hell yeah. And then, of course, last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Make sure you reach out to Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. And if you haven't already, go to Amazon, get his book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't. It's easy. It's like $25. Great read. You definitely need it, whether you're single or even if you've been married or in a relationship. it's still a great read to understand the new the new dating struggles of people. It's not just how to be a single person and find someone book. It also has a lot of good references in there also to how to keep people and how to keep relationships nice and new. So Dating Sucks But You Don't. Make sure you go get that book on Amazon. In the meantime, go to datingtransformation.com and reach out to Connell Barrett and get that free consultation.
There we go. All right. So we've got a lot to cover. And one of the first thing, controversy at the PGA, not really controversial, but just kind of a shitty situation. Barry, you want to go into that?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? John Rahm, after the third round, leading by 6, ended up testing positive for COVID. So, I mean, literally would have won, and unfortunately had to withdraw, which is, I mean, I've never seen that before. I've seen withdrawals of guys in the top 5, top 10 who, who've gotten injured. But I've never seen someone leading have to withdraw after 3 rounds of a tournament. So, kind of shitty. It sucks. They could have done something, whether that be, have him play by himself or play away or wear a mask, whatever the case may be. But it is what it is. So, sucks for John Rahm. He was a good sport about it. And hopefully he's good to play the U.S. Open here in 2 weeks and maybe get some revenge and win his first major ever after that incident that he had. So, Patrick Cantlay and Colin Morikawa were both tied in second at the time, both of which were 6 shots behind. So they got to be the leaders coming into Sunday now, after they would have probably finished second, third, somewhere in there. So Patrick Cantlay ended up beating Morikawa on the first playoff hole. So that is 2 straight second place finishes for Cody Bryant there. Rather impressive. Spieth choked on 18 and Morikawa lost in the playoffs. So should have had 2 winners, but had 2 seconds. So he's bringing himself back in golf. And
I know I muted Cody Bryant, and he can unmute himself when he wants to talk. But John Rahm, also the big thing there, $1.7 million is what that cost him.
Yeah. I mean, he's already a millionaire. I mean, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Whether it's $1.70, $17, $170, $1.7 million. I don't care how much money you have, you still want more money. That sucks big time. So I guess the real thing is here, what do we want to do? Because someone picked John Rahm.
Yeah, some idiot. I was sober when I picked him.
All the sports books paid out him as a winner, which I thought was dumb. I wouldn't have. It comes with it, right? We've done this before where someone's withdrawn and we've given them, but that's usually in the middle of round 1. I remember specifically doing that. We've given it to where if they withdraw before the tournament, if someone gets their pick in, we'll let them pick a golfer who hasn't teed off yet. But if someone withdraws, in the middle, we give them a cut pretty much. But here, it's a different scenario. I mean, Rahm was well on his way to most likely winning the tournament. Worst case scenario, it would have been second or third. So I guess out of fairness, I will give you a second if Cody's okay with it, just because Cody got a second there. It keeps you tied with him. I think that's fair. But it's something that's never happened before. So, so you now get a 6.
Come on, what the fuck, dude?
Nice.
They wouldn't have paid out if he'd have got injured.
Yeah, but they did pay it out.
Well, that's
he
good.
Was 6 shots ahead.
So
their goddamn fault.
If he'd have threw his back out, they wouldn't have paid out, and he'd have had to withdraw. Yes. And he just would have been 6 shots up with a bad back. He could have got vaccinated like everybody else.
They don't
his
require
body, his choice.
His body, his choice.
Islanders just scored 2 to go up 2-1. I'm watching that game. Well,
what's fair, Cody?
Hey,
a 30.
You're lucky. I'm a semi-nice guy.
Hey, I'm gonna do this just for fun. We're gonna do everyone's scores, and we're gonna divide it by 4.
Nah, you can give him a second.
Well, I appreciate that.
What happens, folks? You get vaccinated. You and I had this problem.
Well,
Yeah.
I will remember
Take the
this when
winner's
this shit
cut.
happens again, that I will be very, very nice.
I'm just saying, so
if he wasn't in the lead or anywhere near it, if it would be different even if he was tied for the lead.
I was
He
saying, it
was
wouldn't even be
6
the same.
shots ahead going into the final day.
yeah.
So,
Like, got a
It'd be
fucking
no
hole in
different.
one, was 8 under on the day. Just shit's wild.
be no
Yeah.
different if he'd have tore out and blew his knee out.
Well, thank you for the second.
He still probably could have ended up winning it, but yeah. So I just for shits and gigs, I added up everyone's score and divided it by 4. So worst case, you would have got a 31. That would have 30.75 was all our scores divided by 4. That would have been your worst case scenario. So still not bad.
Well, shouldn't it be divided by 5? There's 5 of us, right?
Well, only
But
4
I
of
get
us
what
got
you're
points.
Yeah, I know. Well, Parrot shouldn't even. This guy
No.
didn't even pick.
Hey,
nice. 69. Nice.
Not my problem. He hasn't picked in 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, I know. Mine either. Well, what do we got this week? I appreciate the help.
So this week, Palmetto Championship at Congaree Golf, new tournament, never been played. So go ahead and just flip a coin. You do have a couple big guys. You got DJ and Brooks playing this week. DJ hasn't done shit pretty much since February, and I could see Brooks, running away with this tournament coming up to the U.S. Open next week. But also, it's the same thing. If one of these guys start to have a bad round, they will withdraw in the first round. I've seen it before, especially the top guys. If DJ comes out and shoots like 75 or he's not playing well round 1, there's a good chance he'll just end up withdrawing and getting out of the tournament. So personally, for me, again, I know nothing. I know nothing about this course. This, like you said, it's brand new to the tour. Really, the only thing I know about it is it's a Tom Fazio golf course. They said there's a lot of natural waste areas, but it's a long course and it's got some big greens that are pretty fast. A couple of guys who have played here have said it's a pretty fun course, but it would be a fair test for anybody, whether it's a pro or whether you're a high handicapper. Not a great field this week. Like I said, I mean, you got Brooks, you got DJ, and then I think the next best person in there is Terrell Hatton, who I think is actually the favorite this week because a lot of people are thinking that Brooks and DJ are just kind of doing it to warm up for the U.S. Open, might not even make it. And I see that too. Dub took and you're taking this week, as I see it just pop up now on the screen. I'm going to go a different route this week. I'm going to go with Lucas Glover. He's one of those guys that has played this tournament, or not this tournament, sorry, has played this course prior to this. And he's one of the ones who does enjoy it. So maybe he can do something this week.
Cody Bryant. I don't even know if Cody Bryant knows who he'll take. Who hangs lights at the course?
All right. I'm gonna go with Ian Poulter.
Oh, Poltz. He's almost going to be a decent one to go. The dude's just a top 20 at major guy right there. But yeah, next week at Torrey, it's going to be awesome. I mean, they just played there. Who won back in February? We didn't have anybody win. Hold on a second. Let me look this up. They played 2 courses though at the Farmers Insurance Open. This one will only be playing the South course, everybody. So this will be definitely a much harder test. It is the U.S. Open. They're going to grow the rough out. They're going to make everything longer. It's all going to be totally different. Should be pretty fun next week at the U.S. Open. And just for that, that's why I'm giving a little background on it, because I will not be here next weekend. You guys will be on your own. I'll be in Vegas. So I'll get my picks in and everything like that later this week. But just a little bit of it should be good. And Patrick Reed ended up winning the Farmers Insurance Open here earlier this year. Finau second, Hovland second, Norlander second, Schauffele second. A lot of guys up there. And John Rahm, he was tied 7th, 8 under. He was the only one behind second place. There's just 5 guys tied for second. So you had Rahm up there, you had Zalatoris up there. So guys to look at for next week for sure. Definitely Patrick Reed. Obviously, he already won on this course. But, your Finau, Hovland, even though I already picked them, Schauffele, those sort of guys. So just a little U.S. Open preview.
Well, I guess I'll just take Patrick Reed now.
Did Cody just shit himself, or did he fall off the ladder?
I thought he did. He fell off the ladder. He shit himself, one of the two. Or he shit
No,
himself
not
while
yet.
falling off the ladder. All right. NASCAR, I know there's no race this week. I already got plans for the next 3 weeks on what we're going to do, but we got the All-Star race this week. It's at Texas now, right? Something different.
Yeah, it's at
Charlotte.
Texas. So just to cover Sonoma, Kyle Larson, wire to wire, started on the pole, ended up winning the race in overtime against Chase. So as you said, Hendrick has been 1, 2, 3 times this year. Is that what you said? Is that correct?
Four races in a row.
Oh, four races in a row. Okay. Yeah. Well, so Hendrick.
That's what I was going to tell you. So Larson, the last 5 races going backwards, win, second. Last 5 races for Larson alone.
Yeah, absolutely insane. He's on fire right now. He's coming into his own with these Hendricks cars. And he's had a couple seconds before that too. And some of those he should have won. He's dominated races and just kind of choked at the end. Yeah. But, yeah, another win for Kyle Larson. And we had Dub take McDowell with a 28. Kurt Busch, just as I said, I played it to perfection, finished dead last at Charlotte, comes back and gets me a top 6 there in Sonoma. Happy for that. Kyle Busch got a 5. Alex Take a Bowman got a 9. And Ricky No Picky Stenhouse for Parrot since he once again didn't pick.
Oh, I was because I was in the bag last week when you said apparently he made a pick of Kurt Busch, and I was like, no, he took Kurt Busch, who finished last week. So no picky Kurt Busch.
Yeah, sorry about that for the old Parrot. So, yeah, the All-Star race at Texas this week. Format is as is. Their starting lineup by a random draw. Crazy enough, who's on the pole?
Kyle Larson.
Random draw.
He'll win again.
Yes, that even though we're not making a pick, he's my pick this week for sure.
Same. Yeah, I know he doesn't.
It's another mile-and-a-half track, and he is the best in the world on mile-and-a-halves.
It's fucking insane. And just to go back the past 4 races, because we talked about Hendrick, Larson Elliott at Sonoma, Larson Elliott at Charlotte Coke 600, and then at Coda we had Elliott Larson. So the last 3 races have been Larson and Elliott in some way, shape, or form. Yep. And then the race before that was Bowman Larson, but also then Elliott Byron.
Yeah, Elliott Byron. That was the top 4 one. Yeah, so just absolutely dominating by Hendrick right now so far this year, and I think they're probably going to do the same here at Texas. But at the end of the day, no matter what, there's $1 million on the line. Nobody is teammates this week. So it doesn't matter. They're going to start wrecking each other. It should be good. But the format this week is a little funky. So round 1, 15 laps. After this round, the field will be inverted, starting anywhere from the 8th through 12th position to be selected by random draw. Round 2, 15 laps with the entire field inverted again after this segment. Round 3, 15 laps again with the field. Then the field will be inverted starting anywhere from 8th to 12th, just like in the first round. Round 4 is just straight 15 laps. Round 5 is 30 laps. This lineup is the round to be determined for the cumulative finish by the first 4 rounds, with the best cumulative finishing starting from the pole. Any ties in the aggregate score will be broken in order: most career All-Star wins, most career Cup Series points, race wins, or 2021 driver standings. So pretty much Kyle Larson. All must enter pit road for a mandatory 4-tire pit stop during this round. The crew at the fastest stop will get $100,000. And then round 6, 10 laps. Cars will line up according to their finishing position, and this will be a sprint to the $1 million. So it should be pretty fun. I'm surprised it's not Saturday night. It is Sunday night, which again is a little surprising to me. I figured they would do this on a Saturday night, but it is what it is. Should be pretty fun, but again, no count for the race this week. I think we're going to get something to count in DraftKings. There's been nothing to tell me that it's not going to. So I'm sure we'll run this week in DraftKings as well.
Yeah, that's been fun. You were winning this past week, right? You end up finishing second.
Yeah, I think I finished second.
You're dominating the money. You were just destroying the money.
Yeah, I had a bad start to the year. I had a hot run, and then I had like 4 races in a row where I did shit, and I'm starting to come back a little bit now. So,
and I was straight garbage. I was in last place, like what? Fucking 12 races in, and since then I'm up to 3rd and catching you guys pretty well. And I mean, Nate had a bad week this week, which helped both of us because you're within like 50 nice. Of him now.
Yeah, that was really nice. 34 13.7 for Nate. and 3363.25 for me, 3252.8 for you. Those are your top three. So we're all tight, and there's a 3151 back there, a 3044 back there, 29. I mean, yeah, there's two other 32s up there, so and we're all tight.
I was behind by like 450 or 500 at one point. It was insane. It was so bad. I finished last 3 weeks in a row. Like, and that's the thing about it. I think you got a great lineup, and all it takes is something bad, and you're just fucked. And
yep. And all we need are the guys up top to struggle a little bit. And yeah, Nate had a bad week, so it was a good time for that. It was a good time for everyone to pick up when first place has a bad week. So yeah, it's pretty good, but yeah, we're going to be racing again this week. So pretty excited for that.
Hell yeah. What do you think of the rule change that they're trying to propose for NASCAR? They want to slow the vehicles at the super speedways by 7 to 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm sure they do for safety. I mean, it's a good thing for safety reasons, but at the end of the day, whether you're going 200 or you're going 193, a wreck is going to be brutal. So it really doesn't matter, in my opinion. I don't like it. I think they need to keep those speeds. That's the whole point of it. Why don't we just cut it to 65 miles an hour and put them on the highway?
Right. Yeah. No shit. And then this is the last. Is this All-Star race is the last race for Fox, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Nashville is in 2 weeks, and that is on NBC Sports Network.
So something to think about here. Gordon, his 3-year contract ends. And I know there's always been talk of him going to HMS. You think he goes there now to start working on the business to eventually take over?
No way. No way. I think he re-signs with Fox. They're going to offer him way too much money for him to go to Hendrick. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that he's going to go to Hendrick now. I'm sure he will eventually, but I don't think he will right now.
Right. Something I did want to talk about is in Xfinity series. I know in the past we talked about Ty Gibbs, which is Joe Gibbs' grandson.
Mm-hmm.
He is a stud. He's in Xfinity. He's raced in 7 races this year. He has 6 top 5s. He's finished first twice, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and his worst finish was the one outside the top 10, 18th. And he started 29th in that race. Got up to 18th. But, dude, like, do you think – because this is obviously a part-time schedule he's just racing in right now. He's actually, I think, 19th in points, and he's doing a part-time schedule. He's raced half the races. And do you think that he's going to go straight to Cup?
I don't think so. I think he'll run at least one full year in Xfinity.
Because it's like, who do you take out? You got Truex, you got Hamlin, you got Kyle Busch, and you got Christopher Bell. It's like,
I mean, really, you can't. I mean,
unless then he goes to his own team, with Jordan.
That would be right. That would be the only thing, he would go and race on that team, which is possible. And that's probably, I would imagine that they're talking about that and the succession planning of what they're doing there. But yeah, I would not be surprised at all if Denny said, okay, guys, I appreciate it. Love you, Gibbs. Thanks for everything you've done. But now I'm going to go race. I'm going to help you out so you can make my money. Yeah.
Yep. And you can bring your grandson up.
Yeah. Let's bring Ty up. But yeah,
that kid's going to be a stud, man.
It'll still be a couple years, but I'd like to see him get in a Cup race is really what I want to see him do. I want
to see what he can do there too.
Which hopefully by the end of the year he gets in one of them.
Yeah, just add a car, and they could add a car for like for Hamlin Racing or 2311 Racing. And I know there's talk of it next year potentially doing it, and somebody that's been hot discussion is Kurt Busch. So we'll see. It'll be interesting, but because Ty Gibbs, he's only 18 years old.
Yeah.
Like he's a child. Like
he really got his license 2 years ago.
Wild, man. And he's a hell of a driver.
Yep. He's gonna be a good one when he's coming up. And I like that. They got a lot of good young drivers out there. It's really nice. Islanders just went up 3-1.
Good.
Bye Boston.
So I like to see old Frankie's gonna be happy.
Oh yeah. As he should be.
And right now, just because Ty is full-time in the ARCA Menard series, and he is 1 point ahead. Well, I don't know. I'm getting kind of differentiating things here. It looks like he's either with Corey Heim. One of them's like 1 point ahead of the other. So pretty interesting. Well, let's see. We can pull up the standings here. Arca Menards series. Menards is a big sponsor in racing.
Yes, it is.
Looks like, oh my God, dude. Ty Gibbs. This is fucking wild. How the hell is he behind in points? So Ty Gibbs, 7 races. How many of those races do you think he's won?
6.
5. And Corey Heim has won the other 2. So I think what fucked him is, yeah, he's 1 point behind. So I think he must have had a bad finish because the other guy's got 7 top 10s. Ty Gibbs only has 6. So that's just fucking wild.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be something when he comes up, and as long as he keeps racing the way he does. But I'd like to see him at least get a whole Xfinity series under his belt.
Yep. And then Corey Heim, man, he's going to be coming up. He's finished first, second, third, second, 7th.
Nice.
So that is absolutely insane. And then Ty Gibbs, so he had to have had a bad finish. He must have wrecked out or blew up or something. He's got a 4th, first, 27th, first.
It's insane. Absolutely insane.
That is wild, man. Like, oh God, like 2 of the races, they were only 100 laps. He let them all.
Jesus.
For both of them. It's just wild, man. And Corey Heim, I haven't really heard much of him. I know we hear a lot about Ty because it's Joe's grandson, but Corey Heim, he's also only 18.
Man.
And he's racing for Venturini Motorsports in the 20. And in the trucks, he's racing for Kyle Busch. So you're probably going to see him up in Xfinity in the next couple of years. These guys might be battling from ARCA up to Xfinity up to Cup.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're going to keep running. And that's a good thing. And they need to keep a rivalry, too, because it makes it fun. It keeps people interested.
That's right. What do you think? I don't know if you've seen this. I finally saw stuff for the Camping World SRX series. Now that it's finally come out, that's basically what the IROC series was that Tony Stewart started.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be at Eldora on June 26th. And you're going to see a lot of the old guys that raced back in the day. You're going to have Tony Stewart. You're going to have Bobby Labonte. You're going to have Bill Elliott, Michael Waltrip, Tony Kanaan, your Indy 500 winner, Helio Castroneves. A lot of guys are going to be there June 26th. So if you're interested in that, tickets are cheap, $30-$35. You can get there, catch some of the old good timers and racing at Eldora in the SRX series, Camping World Series. So again, Eldora Speedway.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a fun one.
And Marco Andretti's in there too. Brandon's pick for the Indy 500 for the past 7 years.
One of these years.
He's going to be like, I fucking told you he was going to win. So check that out. Let's go into the NBA. So the big news, L Lakers out. I would love to hear Cody Bryant's take on the Phoenix Suns whooping that ass, even though he said that was going to happen. If he's still not hanging lights. There he is.
No, I'm out here. I'm not the type of guy to say I told you so. So I'm not going to tell everybody out there that I told you so. Because, I mean, only an asshole would tell you I told you so when they had a chance to say I told you so. So I'm not going to get on the podcast tonight and tell everybody, I told you so. So, I mean, this is the roster that everybody wanted. You give up, you let Montrezl Harrell go in free agency, you let Rondo go, and now this is what you get stuck with. And I mean, it cost them between that and Anthony Davis, breaking down again. Like, you might as well just call him Operation. Because, I mean, he's injured. Like, something's always injured. So, but I'm not going to tell everybody I told you so.
We're happy you're staying humble in this experience.
Right. That's the way to be. You can't tell everybody I told you so. That's why y'all like
Oh,
Well,
man.
that's nice of you.
Very nice of you. So with that being said, I did see LeBron's going back to the 6. Did they say why?
I think he tried to last year to give Anthony Davis 23, I think.
Well, Davis is going to stay with the 3, even though LeBron's moving to the 6.
Yeah. Oh,
So
well.
there's basically no point.
No.
All right.
Just to be another Instagram post for him. That's all.
Another Insta. So I know we're now into the semis and the conference semis, and we've got the Suns and the Nugs. Suns are up, 1-0?
Yep.
And
Yep.
Play tonight.
And they play tonight. And then last night, I actually watched Utah and the Clippers. It was a pretty good game. Utah ended up winning. I think Donovan Mitchell had 45 last night. And then we've got the Hawks and Sixers, man. How did Hawks pull out game 1? I know the Sixers came back and won by, I think, 16 in game 2, but how'd the Hawks get game 1? I didn't get to see that. I was surprised to see that was 1-1.
Well, Philly couldn't make a shot.
Well, that'll do it. And then the Nets are
And I think Triple H was at that game, too.
Yeah, he was.
There you go.
And then and the Nets are just whooping the shit out of Milwaukee right now, right?
Well, without Harden.
God.
Milwaukee may be the most overrated team every single year ever. I'll never pick them again.
They're actually better this year than what they were last year. But at the same time, dude, you're playing Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in the playoffs. And, I mean, Kevin Durant.
Both Durant and Kyrie shook Giannis multiple times. Bad. Chris Middleton looks like an absolute nobody out there. It's embarrassing.
Well, he
is a nobody.
I would say he kind of really is.
He puts up regular season stats, and that's about it.
Yep.
Right. All year long. Puts up regular season stats in the postseason, too.
Playoffs come around, and nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just how it goes. And then and Jokic won the MVP.
Yep. Jokic won MVP, which is good. He should have. I mean, I'll give this because I know Jeremy's going to love this. There's only one other person who should have won MVP this year, and it was Steph. Now, I'm dead serious about that. He did carry that team, no doubt. But other than that, it was Jokic's to win all year. All year. So it's a good thing that he won it. I think they said first center to win it since Shaq in 2000, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Lowest draft pick ever, too, to win it.
No shit.
Yep.
Huh.
Problem is they're going to get beat by the Suns.
Yeah. Devin Booker is shooting lights out.
Hey, they finally gave him somebody so he doesn't have to facilitate and do everything with Chris Paul, and look what happened. That's all he needed. Devin Booker could always play. Problem is, it was just him. He couldn't do it all. I mean, look at LeBron. He needed to go somewhere. He needed Kyrie to win. I'm not saying that Devin Booker's on LeBron's level, but I'm saying Devin Booker's a hell of a talent. Just needed a little bit of help, and that help is coming in the form of Chris Paul. And I'd love to see Chris Paul win a ring. I think it'd be fantastic.
Oh, it would be great. And then switching over, well, also I just had a small comment that Gary Payton's back to coach at basketball, Lincoln University in his hometown of Oakland, California. Should be interesting.
Good for the glove.
That's going to be a bunch of shit talking kids, I tell you what.
Well, they're in Oakland too. Come on.
And it's Gary Payton, though. Oh, my gosh. I can only imagine. Dude, I'll go back. I just want to go watch them play just to hear the shit talking.
Oh, absolutely. And then switching over to the NHL, I mean, we already got the New York Islanders are well on their way to be into the Final Four. And then Tampa Bay already in the Final Four. They were the 3 in the Central. They took out the 2 and the 1. And then your Islanders are going to take out the 1 and the 3, it looks like, and they're going to be the Final Four coming out of the East. And then you've out West, man, you got that basically could be a Stanley Cup preview if they weren't in the same damn division. The Knights and Avalanche, man. Avalanche went up 2-0 with a 7-1 win in game 1, and they've lost the last 3, just lost in overtime. Game 6 is tonight when people listen to this on June 10th at 9 o'clock. Check that game out. It's gonna be a good one, or as JR used to say, a slobber knocker.
Go Vegas.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Vegas winning. And then you got the Canadians swept the Jets, and they were the 4-2. So you're going to have a 4, a 4, a 3, and then a 1 or a 2. That's why
Canadian down 3-1 against Toronto, come back, beat Toronto, then fucking sweep Winnipeg.
So they've won 7 in a row.
Yep, absolutely insane.
They're hot, man. And then 12 out of 13 people picked the Jets of these experts.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly it. They play some. Once you get into that rhythm, it's all over. It's all over. But now the problem is they're going to be coming up against Colorado or Las Vegas with rest. So I mean, they got to go literally right from Game 7 2 days later to come out and then play Winnipeg. So they didn't even have time to think about it, which is perfect. That's you don't want to. You just want to get out and play again. You're already in a rhythm. Now they have to think about it, sit here and watch Colorado and them. It's going to hurt for Montreal. So I think whoever wins this series between Colorado and Vegas, I don't think they quite sweep Montreal, but I think it's going to be whoever wins that game goes to the Stanley Cup. Montreal ain't going to do it. They're probably going to get beaten 5 would be my guess.
Man.
So hopefully the Islanders hold on here and beat Boston because the Islanders and Lightning going to be a really good series. Really good series.
And I'd love to see the Islanders get into the Cup. That'd be good. Be good for them.
So would I. I wouldn't mind an Islanders
Vegas
Knights. That would be fun. But yeah, I just don't like if it's not my team, I don't like seeing a repeat champ. So I'm kind of rooting against Tampa, and I'm rooting against Colorado just because all you guys picked them.
Yeah, I know. None of us are getting a basketball title. I can tell you that.
Nope.
All took the Lakers.
That was dumb.
That was very dumb.
In hindsight, like it wasn't, because I mean, LeBron and Anthony Davis should be LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Well, but we also all picked too before Harden went to the Nets. So
right.
I'm sure that we probably would have been half and half at that point, and it would have been Nets, Lakers, Nets in some form or another.
I mean, can we also say Lakers maybe bubble frauds? Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if they say it about the Heat,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man, I mean, that's the different team that wasn't in that bubble. So you could easily say that.
And then switching over just quickly to baseball, Tampa Bay Rays 39-23. Game and a half up on the Red Sox, 6.5 on the Yankees, 7 on the Blue Jays. If any one of those 4 teams were out in the National League East, they'd be in the lead. So, but they are not. The Mets are leading out in the National League East at 29-24, just 2.5 games ahead of the Braves. And then going back to the American League, the White Sox are 4 games ahead of the Indians. And then, of course, the Tigers are no longer the worst team in baseball, but they're still down there. You've got the Oakland A's are first in the West at 37-26. Astros are 1.5 back at 34-26, 3 less games. Obviously, you do the math. And then in the Central, the National League, you've got the Brewers and Cubs basically tied with, based on wins and losses. The Brewers have played 2 less games, have 1 less win, 1 less loss. And then the Cards are 3.5 out, and the Reds are still only 5 out at 28-30. They have some beautiful hitting. They don't have any goddamn pitching.
Nope, and it seems like they're not all healthy at the same time either. So once one guy comes back, the other guy gets hurt. So like you said, it's a good time to be injured and come back and get healthy. There's still 8,000 more baseball games to go. So
All right, and then out in the West, I know you mentioned the Giants, man. That's the team with all the kids, the sons of the old ball players, right?
No, it's
Blue
Toronto.
Jays. Yeah, Toronto.
Oh, this is the one with all the scrappy old guys. The
This
Giants.
is the one with 800 old people on it.
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
kind of got that there. So Blue Jays though got that, like you said, the sons of all the old people.
Yeah,
Any of them
probably their
still have
dads
that?
are still playing on the Giants.
Right. Oh, man, you got a lot of this shit's wild. At least no teams have a negative differential in the lead anymore. I know the Brewers are 8 games above 500, and they got a 0 differential.
I was about to say they're at 0.
And they won 5 in a row, so they were negative just a game ago.
Yikes.
Well,
9-1 in their last 10, actually.
Woof. Yeah, that's wild. All right, so switch over to the NFL. Julio, man, traded to the Titans. What do you think?
I mean, that's great, but you're still giving the ball to Derrick Henry 25 times a game.
Yep.
And yeah, if Julio stays healthy, that offense is going to be fucking, just absolutely stacked. But he's got to stay healthy, and no matter what happens, that ball should go to Derrick Henry first all the time. That's a run first offense. Should be at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll take a little bit of pressure off of Tannehill too. So, if he can make more than one read, Titans are going to be dangerous.
Well, and here's what was wild. When I look back at, and I know stats are deceiving, but it was still kind of wild to see it. So 26 games ago when Tannehill took over, comparing him to Mahomes over the last 26 games, Tannehill's QB rating is a 111.3. But again, you're handing the ball to Derrick Henry 25 times a game. But, there is some running out in Kansas City, not as much though. Passing yards, of course, Mahomes has 900 more. Total touchdowns, Tannehill actually has 8 more. Picks, Mahomes only has 1 less, but again, he's probably throwing a lot more than Tannehill. And then completion percentage, though, Tannehill is 2% better. So I was kind of surprised to see that.
Yep, it's just another show of why Adam Gase is a terrible head coach.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so what about? I got to get back over this. I got to show you this. I was laughing my ass off if I wasn't half hammered last week. I saw this, but Cody won't be able to see it. It said, "This is how long Adam Vinatieri was in the league."
Yeah, I've seen that.
Video, old block video game.
Yeah,
and then,
game day 98.
Yeah, exactly. And what do you think about the NFL's requirement for vaccinations for coaches and players and staff?
I mean, it's smart. Why would you? That's my thing. Is why? What I don't get is why would you want to wear a mask all the time? Like, I don't understand that. Like, why would you not want to get vaccinated so you don't have to wear an uncomfortable mask on the sideline or during a game? Any of that shit. Like, I think it's great. I think everyone. I think all professional sports should do it. I mean, they're professional.
More importantly,
so.
I'd say more importantly than people getting vaccinated, you can't mess up the money.
Right.
You can imagine, the AFC Championship, Patrick Mahomes can't play because he has COVID, and he got COVID from one of the coaches in the quarterback room.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how well that'll go over.
Right. You're absolutely correct. And then with that, let's jump into some of the other stuff. So Mayweather, Logan Paul.
Do we have to?
Why are we even talking about that?
Yeah, I don't
It
even want.
wasn't even real.
Right. He knocked him out.
My favorite thing was people really paid $50 to watch Logan Paul put up Jameis Winston numbers in a boxing match. 7 of 73, 21 of 144, 28 of 217 overall.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do anything. He had one little barrage in the first period, or in the first 2 minutes, and that was it.
Yep.
Literally, that was it. So let's stop with this nonsense. It was all money grab. Anyone that paid $50 for that, you got fucking robbed.
Yeah, I did not watch it. And I saw highlights on ESPN, and I was like, oh, okay. So your Mayweather, who's what, 40 pounds lighter, was still just beating him. And I mean, that's the difference between a boxer.
Well, why can't a guy of that knock out a nobody, a YouTube star? I'm like,
he did
because his fucking
he held him back up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. But I'm like,
and held him up.
His hand. I mean, the dude's what, 75 years old? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he probably told old Paul in his ear. He said, "Man, I got women with stronger jaws than you."
Oh shit. Oh man.
Well, old Jake's gonna find out against Woodley, but again, it's a boxing match, so they got to pick a guy who isn't the greatest boxer in the world. But Woodley's knocked some dudes out, unlike fucking Ben Askren. So
yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, going over to UFC 263. I don't know if you've looked at much of the card. Have you looked at that at all? Here, I'll share my screen up here so you can see it.
So I'm pulling it up right now.
Here you go. Got it. Craig and Hill for light heavyweight. What are you thinking there?
I mean, I don't know either of these dudes, so I'm gonna go with Hill.
Yeah,
Keep the undefeated record going.
Yeah, here you go. We got some statistics here. 30 and 33, 6'3", 6'2", 205, 205, 7. Yeah, 3-inch reach. That's big too. And he's undefeated. I'll go with Hill too. You got Demi Maya and Tal Muhammad, Muhammad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bilal Muhammad. I think he just lost his last fight. I think.
Man, he's only 5'9"
in a close match, but Maya can submit some dudes. I just think
shit. Maya's 43.
Yeah, I didn't know Damian Maya was out here still in the fight game.
Yeah, dude, just because he doesn't get punched, he just goes to the ground and makes people tap. You don't do anything. Motherfucker never gets hit. He will though this time.
Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz.
That's gonna be a good one, man. I think Leon is going to outpoint him, but man, I'm excited to see Diaz back in the fight game. I think that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, what you think over there, light hanging Cody Bryant?
Give me a second. I'll turn the video on. It turned out better than I thought. So now I get to read a couple of chapters of Dating Sucks, But You Don't, and then get into bed with the missus tonight.
And then you're gonna call over the girlfriend after, right?
No, not tonight. It's too late.
You're gonna stop the share so we can see bigger you.
All right, let me see. Let me try to.
It's still light out.
Fucking light out, Eric.
It's fucking daytime, Cody.
I can't. All right, here. Let me see. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, classic.
There we go. Yeah.
Nice.
So, set the mood up.
Yeah,
Yeah, see over there's the chair that he reads. You can see Dating Sucks, But You Don't sitting on the table.
Right, I'm gonna do that, and then we got a gas fire pit, so I'll pull that back out, and everything, man. Never know. Might make another Cody Jr. You never know.
And then you're wearing the shirt that is the most efficient organization I've ever seen of a store. We got 2 employees in the store making thousands of dollars a day. Oh, old Aldi. But what you think about Leon Edwards, Nate Diaz?
Ooh, dude, I can't believe both of them are still even fighting. Dude, I'm gonna go with Diaz, man, just because I just don't see Leon Edwards like lasting. Because I mean, it's not like everybody knows neither one of the Diaz brothers go down. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Diaz.
All right. And the flyweight man got the championship. Brandon Moreno, he's a challenger coming in. He's been doing pretty well lately. I don't know how he's done it. It's like last year. So what? In 2020, he won both his fights. One by KO knockout and the other by decision. And then year before in 19, he won by decision again against Kai Kara France. And that was right before COVID. And then he had a draw in the one before that with Askarov. And then before that, he had lost. So I don't know, man. I think he's going to get beat.
Yeah, I mean, he just drew with Figueiredo the last time they fought. The only reason why it was a draw is because Figueiredo in the nuts and lost a point, or he would have won the fight. So I assume that will happen. Not a draw. I assume Figueiredo is going to do it again, in my mind. But yeah, it'll probably be another decision there. But that's where I'm going to go on that one.
Figueiredo, yeah, I'm with you there. And then what do you think, Cody?
Let me see. Can you pull the screen back up?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I got you. My bad.
No, you're good.
So Figueiredo right here, 21-1. Moreno's 18-5-2.
Oh no, I'm gonna go Figueiredo.
Yeah.
I swear, I think I seen him fight and he like destroyed that dude.
Oh yeah.
If that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he's no joke. And it's a little fella. And then of course in the main, Figueiredo and Moreno's the co-main, but Adesanya and is he fighting Vettori?
Vettori, yeah.
Yep, they fought back in 18, and Izzy beat him by a split decision, and then Vittori's come back and won 5 straight. So, should be a good fight, but I think Izzy's gonna beat him up, man. I think he's gonna end up knocking him out probably in the 3rd round.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Izzy, man. He, for as much wrestling and everything that he can do, he can still knock you out. I mean, so, but I don't know, man. I think he can knock him out, but I think he might submit him, honestly. He submitted, was Costa last time, his last fight?
He knocked
him out. Yeah, he knocked him out.
Costa out?
Well, he lost his last fight, but that's because he went up a weight class.
Yeah, I don't count that one. That don't count.
Well, there's a 1 next to his name, 20-1.
It was a money grab.
Right. I didn't say, man, let him get his money. But I'm still gonna go with Izzy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
When does Jan fight again? Do we know? It's probably gonna be 65, 64, something like that.
It's gotta be coming up soon.
Nah, I would imagine it won't be for a little bit.
I'd say if Izzy's fighting now, I gotta think Jan's fighting at least, August or Labor Day.
Let's see. So the next card is 64, and that's Poirier and McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg Hardy's the co-main.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Yep.
That would be.
And then you got 265 is going to be Nunes and Pena and Uriah Hall and Sean Strickland. And that's going to be August 7th. And then 66 right now, that's where Jan's going to be. And Glover. Jan and Glover, September 4th. You were right, man. Labor Day weekend.
He's fighting fucking Teixeira.
Yeah.
What a waste. Glover Teixeira is about 4 years past his due.
Yeah. You about done, man.
Yeah, 41 years old.
Yeah, go ahead and get your check, Glover.
Yep. That's all that it is.
Get your check.
Get your check. Yeah, it'll be interesting. And then I saw something, another thing. I wanted to see if you guys just a quick agree or no that it was, I think ESPN had put it up, 4 most influential players of the last 30 years in the NBA: Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say so.
I thought so
Yeah.
too. Something we all agree on for once. That's good. All right, so we're gonna go into trivia real quick. I'm gonna ask Jeremy if he's ready, but we got to cover trivia for last week because Bear gets a shot at these questions. So there's no points on the board right now.
Okay.
And I'll read the questions because they're all ranges. And so if you get closer, you're going to get the points. Sounds like we got crying kids. What, are you beating your kids over there?
No comment.
No comment.
I said not yet.
All right. So, Bear, do you have the updated standings before last week?
The updated standings before last week, we had Gray at 136, Cody at 95, myself at 1, Parrot at 61, Peapod at 8, Wes Anderson at 2.
All right. So here we go. This is for 2 points. True or false? Has a player ever played both an NFL game and an MLB game on the same day?
True.
Cody and I also said true, and we were wrong. And then Jeremy said he felt guilty because we both thought of Dion. And he said he felt guilty because Dion played for the Falcons in 92 and then flew to play with the Braves in the same day, but was never put into the game by Bobby Cox. So he was the only player to ever suit up for both in the same day, but he never played.
Okay.
It's like, that was a good one. So we got no points there.
Yeah, I agree because I definitely thought he played that game.
So did I. And so did Cody. Here's one that is a range. So I'm sorry I messed those up. That one was a true or false. So this is a range. These are the wrestling ones now. For wrestling, there's 2 questions. WWE Magazine has gone through many incarnations throughout the years. It originally debuted as WWF Victory Magazine before changing the name to World Wrestling Federation Magazine after only 3 issues. What year did WWF Victory Magazine debut? Closest gets 2 points.
Shit. I'll go with 90.
Thank you. It was 84. I said 87, and Cody Bryant said 79. So that would be 2 points for me. And then the next one, closest again. What year did WWE Magazine finally cease production? As many magazines sadly have. Closest to the year gets 2 points.
2002.
Cody said 96. I said 2004. It was 2014. So
wow.
2 more for me. I know. We were shocked.
2014. Holy shit.
So 2 more for me.
I would never have guessed that late.
And I gave, he probably didn't believe me. I said, we'll be ready between 9:30 and 9:45 for trivia. He ain't here yet. He probably was like, bullshit, they'll be ready at 10. You know?
Slacker.
Just to kind of, we'll go back on a few things. If we'll see, we'll give him time to get here. I did want to cover 2 weeks worth of things that I missed because I'm a jackass, and of characters are on this day. So actually last week on June 3rd in 1989, so that would have been 32 years before, Vin Scully had broadcast 23 innings in 2 different cities in one day. So pretty interesting. And then June 10th, so today, when people are listening to this, in 1978, affirmed wrapped up a Triple Crown.
Probably did horse steroids.
Yeah, probably had that ass cream. So,
anyone check that horse?
Nah, probably not back then.
Was Bob Baffert running that horse then?
Yeah, right. No shit, right? So Vin Scully, dead or alive?
Oh, alive. Barely.
Yeah.
He just retired like last year.
I know. 93, still alive.
I bet the horse is dead.
Yeah, Froome's got to be dead.
I was say, lasts longer than that damn horse.
They had to go back and shoot it, probably.
So Vin Scully, man, he was with CBS from 75 to 82. He was with like Brooklyn, 1950 to 57, and then of course they go to LA. So 58 to 2016. and then he was with CBS a little bit, departed CBS, went to NBC for a little bit, and then he was after NBC in retirement. He retired in 2016. After that season, I can't believe it's been 5 years.
It doesn't seem like it.
Mm-mm.
No. Where would you rank him on broadcasters in baseball all time? Top 10, top 5?
Top 5.
Top
top
five for
3.
sure.
Top 3?
Oh, yeah.
Who would you put ahead of him?
I don't know, though. That's the only thing. I'd say maybe Jack Buck.
Ugh.
No, not Joe. Daddy. Jack.
We know. Still.
And Daddy was okay, but Daddy was top 10, not top 5. Marty Brenneman's better than Jack Buck.
What about Bob Uecker?
Uke's definitely up there. I wouldn't say he's number 1, but I mean, we talking TV here or radio, everything? I mean, what are we? Just baseball, all announcers?
Oh, no, just baseball. I'm going just baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, just baseball, Brett.
Yeah.
TV or radio, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just going strictly baseball.
Strictly baseball. Yeah, I mean, definitely, I would say Bob Uecker would have to be there. I mean, Harry Carey before he went senile.
Harry Carey here.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Marty Brenneman, Tom Hamilton, I like him, but that's because I'm a homer. But I think he has one of the best home run calls in the game ever. And then maybe Jack Buck, like 5.
Oh, come on, man. What about John Sterling?
No one who ever had anything to do with the Yankees are all.
Yankees win. Ah! Yankees win. That was cool, back in
I
the
would
day.
say, now, if we were doing a top 5 worst, I could give you top 5. Like,
Man,
right
fuck
now.
you.
I need 5 worst ones.
Joe Buck.
I would say Joe Buck, John Smoltz,
Tim McCarver.
Tim McCarver. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah.
What do you mean? You don't like Tim McCarver?
Tim McCarver is garbage.
Tim McCarver is terrible.
Did you like Joe Morgan, though?
I like Joe Morgan.
Yeah,
Who was with Joe Morgan?
Yeah, you can't forget. I forgot about Joe Morgan. Him and John Miller.
Was he? Is that John Miller who he was with? Who did Sunday Night Baseball?
Yeah, that was Sunday Night Baseball.
I like them. They were probably
good.
the best booth.
Yeah,
The best together for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Joe Morgan.
Yeah, I don't think John Miller's with us anymore either, is he?
I think I
Did I
thought he
just kill him?
was.
I thought
You
he
just
was.
killed him. He is Bear's favorite age.
Okay.
69.
69,
Oh.
doing fine. So back to Vince Scully. I mean, he was probably doing it the longest, wasn't he? Because
Vince
Oh
Scully?
yeah.
Yeah.
who am I
easily.
thinking? Who am I thinking of that was with the Tigers?
I know
Damn
who
it.
you're talking about. Can't think of him now. Dub would know.
Oh, he would tell us right away. He was pretty good though too.
Ernie Harwell.
Ernie Harwell, yes. Old Ern.
Big Ern.
Oh man. All right, so Vince Scully, so he broadcast MLB, NFL, and PGA Tour.
Vince Scully did the PGA Tour, huh?
I want to know when he did the PGA Tour. Probably when he was at CBS, right?
I would think so.
Phil Rizzuto. Dick Enberg did baseball. Sure, he'd be up there.
Oh,
Let's
Bob Costas. You got to put him top 5 worst, too.
Oh, I thought you were going to say top 5. I was like, are you kidding? Bob Costas is the worst in general. I hate
No.
Hey, one
Yeah.
of his most famous calls. You don't even think of it as being Vince Scully. Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. Clark caught it. Dwight Clark. It's a madhouse at Candlestick. That was Scully.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's crazy. I did not know that. He did
Let's
the Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look for him and PGA. And then he did Kirk Gibson's home run, of course. High fly ball into right field. She is gone. And then he said nothing for over a minute, allowing the pictures to tell the story. Finally, he said, in a year that's been so improbable, the impossible has happened. And my favorite one, little roller up along first behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Poor guy.
Billy Buckner.
Yeah, but the Red Sox won, so it's okay.
Yeah, they finally won. Unfortunately, it was the year the Yankees fell apart and blew a 3-0 series lead that you guys mentioned last week, Diggs.
They shouldn't suck like that.
Yeah, right. That was pretty bad.
Tom Darling, too. He's horrible.
Oh, man. Vin Scully, his second wife just died earlier this year of Lou Gehrig's disease. Fuck.
Man.
He was probably calling for Lou Gehrig back in the day. It's been there that long.
Probably.
Right.
Jesus. Well, Vin Scully, the man. We won't go too much into a firm, but I didn't know he made some of those calls. Never really realized that. That's interesting.
I always thought he was just with the Dodgers.
Right.
Right. So we're going to share. Jeremy's ready for trivia. He said he's sorry he had to win in some 2K.
Yeah, well, it's the only way the Jazz are going to win anything anyway.
I was going to say, he's the only one playing with the Jazz, too.
You guys are a bunch of assholes.
Only person in America playing with the Jazz.
He's probably playing with Curry. Let's be honest here. He traded Curry to the Jazz.
He'd like to play with Curry.
All right, for 2 points, who won the NBA Finals MVP when the Pistons won back in 2004? I'm only doing this for one reason. Cody, are you able to type, or do you just have to say it after we type?
No, I just have to say it. I can't see anything anyway. So.
All right, you ready, Bear?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, Cody, who you got?
I'm going to say Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, that's what we said. Hopefully, the future coach of the Boston Celtics.
You're gonna need him.
Yeah, they fucking need him. Now that the coach is our fucking president of basketball operations.
Man, how did he fail up like that?
I know.
Just talking about
I wish I could do that. Shit.
Man.
You've done such a bad job. You can't win. Here's the presidency. No.
All right.
Chauncey Billups.
Nice.
Come on, man.
Restaurant, them 2004 finals ruined one of my relationships, man. It did, man. I was watching that 2004 season, that postseason was just so great. Yeah, that was the Derek Fisher shot. And I'll never forget that. Because I was at my girlfriend's house watching it. And then they got to the finals. And I was with my side chick watching game 1 of the finals. And I called her a Jinx and kicked her out.
You kicked her out because she was a Jinx.
Yeah. Cody Bryant, the stories of Cody Bryant. And then Jeremy just said, Jazz with a big win last night, despite Conley, so this would have been 2 nights ago, not playing. And congrats to Rudy for yet another defensive title. Well deserved. No player in the league changes the game as much as he does. On the defensive end.
Oh my God!
Ben Simmons dropped 40 on him, but that's the defensive player of the year.
Do the Bucks still have a chance? I think they do, as long as Harden continues to miss games. But we'll see. Have a good one.
He just missed 2 games. He just missed 2 games. And they got whipped. What's he watching?
I was saying, was he not watching the last 2 games?
Hell no, he's watching the Jazz.
You need
He's playing 2K.
You need Durant and most likely Kyrie both to be hurt to have a chance.
Right. Like, did he not see the Nets up by 50 at one point?
I don't know. He might have.
He needs to get off 2K and turn on the TV and watch what's going on.
Yeah, man.
I just told him you'll love the response to this. He said, "Oh no."
He
Oh
probably the
God.
only person that still plays NBA Jam TE just so he can play with Stockton and Malone.
He said he says he knows Cody is a Rudy playa hater. He knows you hate Rudy Gobert.
Dude, the same dude that Ben Simmons dropped 40 on, the same Ben Simmons that scored 3 points in the last was it game one against the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well,
man.
it is what it is.
Cough on another microphone.
That's right. He
He
started
played
COVID.
He played good defense there too.
Right. Play better
Def-
defense on the mic.
Defended the league from missing a month.
He can't defend COVID. Expect him to defend the damn basket.
Well, he was the best offensive player of the year for COVID. All right. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments of Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Work Clothing, Crandall's Quality Landscaping, Sparty Steve, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Man, Gobert couldn't even cover this hotel room.
Detroit basketball. Got another girl kicked out of my dorm room for that.